If your Instagram algorithm is similar to mine in any way, then I'm sure you've heard of brands like Realization Par, Djerf Avenue, Lisa Says Ga, Reformation, and been like, what's going on here? Some of these clothes are super cute, some of these clothes are not so cute, and wow, for that price and that amount of polyester, and is this just expensive fast fashion, or is it really worth the investment? And in this economy, at that. Hi, I'm Caroline. Welcome back to my channel. Do I talk about the poncho and the baby bangs I recently cut for myself? A lot's going on. I do feel like what could have been your future potential favorite art teacher who was like really cool and granola and hippy dippy. It's a phase, all right. Also, I did want to be a poncho princess this fall and winter, and when I recently thrifted this, my dreams came true. So what I'm sure is everyone who's watching this right now is dismayed. This video is not going to be about my incredible poncho. This video is going to be me doing some investigative journalism. Well, my version of investigative journalism. Talking about some of the it girl brands that have been circulating online for a while now, seen on, supported, even created by some of your and my favorite influencers. Obviously, I'm only going to be talking about brands that I myself have had personal experience with and given my money to, sometimes with incredible results, and others, some buyer's remorse. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We can chat, break it down, and I'm just nosy. Honestly, it's what this is all about. So yeah, I guess on that note, we should just get into this. So I figured I would start off with a brand that is quite topical in online discussions right now, which is Djerf Avenue. Created by influencer and model turned business owner Matilda Djerf, the company was launched in 2019. It's a Swedish brand of non-seasonal ready-to-wear clothing that, as described on their website, is a mix of vintage and the perfect basic, made to feel timeless and last in your wardrobe. Big emphasis on the last in your wardrobe. Just put a pin in that for later. I remember as a longtime fan and follower when Matilda announced that she was creating Djerf Avenue and being really excited about what seemed to be an emphasis on sustainable and ethically produced clothing that was also cute and good quality. I was prepared to open my purse for some of these products, okay? And open my purse I did. With items ranging from an average of 70 to 270, give or take, dollars, and not exactly the most accessible price point, but again with what initially felt like a heavy emphasis on the timeless, staple, quality, sustainably made clothing, it becomes a little more reasonable that they would be priced in this way. Above all else though, when you are buying something from Djerf Avenue, you are not just buying an item, you are buying into a lifestyle that Matilda Djerf is selling you. Which, I mean, this can be said about not even just influencer created brands, but just a lot of brands in general. You know, it's capitalism, it's smart marketing, I'm not gonna knock it, but it just feels that much more poignant with Djerf Avenue. To me, Matilda is really what feels like one of the main pioneers of the Scandi girl Copenhagen fashion aesthetic. I mean, she's putting in work for that propaganda. She's on the front line. Taking a look at their Instagram, which has amassed over 600,000 followers, you will see tons of reposts of just the everyday person wearing their Djerf items. They refer to their customers as Djerf Av Angels, which again, with the smart marketing that I have to give credit where credit is due, and I mean, Djerf is not the first or only company to have ever done this sort of rebrand of their customers before. Again, with the credit where credit is due as well, I will say that as far as inclusivity goes for Djerf Avenue, and I know I'm saying this as I look like this, so, you know, showcasing models of all different shapes and sizes. Matilda has also been vocal about the fact that they do not use Photoshop. You know, there's just a lot of inclusion of different people of color, queer and non-binary representation, as well as some disabled models. I remember a campaign pretty vividly, actually, where I think a girl had a diabetes insulin regulator on her stomach. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'll insert the photos so you can see. All these factors really working together to contribute to the sipping of the Djerf Avenue Kool-Aid, you could say, which I'm not saying anything negative about. I myself have sipped from it in the past. Okay, so with all of that, now we can finally talk about the clothes, which I know since it was initially launched, Djerf Avenue has expanded into homeware as well as accessories and swim, but for this video, I'm going to be focusing on the clothes, which I myself pulled out the receipts. I have purchased a total of 10 items starting in 2021 from Djerf Avenue, coming in at a whopping $1,300. I currently possess 5 of those initial 10 Djerf Avenue items, having resold the other 5. So here's the thing. All right, I will say since 2021, my personal style has developed quite a lot, and that has nothing to do with Djerf Avenue and everything to do with the fact that I've really just drifted away from that Scandi girl aesthetic, which was never really my vibe to begin with, but especially now is not something I gravitate towards. Like, look at what I'm wearing. Overall, my experience has been pretty hit or miss, with some things I love and think are great quality and other things I have been really disappointed by. If I were to recommend any of the items that I bought from Djerf Avenue, I would definitely say that the oat blazer as well as the trousers were my favorite purchase. I don't currently have the trousers with me because I did sell them on my Depop a couple of months ago, but again, that has nothing to do with the trousers, and just I wasn't wearing them that much anymore, and I'm not wholly convinced this color really suits me, so this blazer might also be being resold soon, even though I've got a ton of wear out of it. The quality and construction of both of the items is great. I think they're really versatile and can be worn together as well as apart, dressed up, dressed down. Obviously, I wanted to show you what it looks like actually on, and you could see the fit, the silhouette, and structure and motion. I tried styling it in a way that felt more true to my personal style versus just copying something I saw on Djerf's Instagram. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I'm not trying to throw shade. It's just like I'm having the same issue that I had with the trousers, which is why I ended up selling them, and it's because as much as I like this blazer, it just doesn't really mesh well with my style and my vibe anymore. It's cute and I like it, I just don't really see myself actually wearing this out. I have this set in the color Sugar. It is a tube top and skirt I bought as a set, and I don't even want to remember how much I bought this for. I think it is really what highlights to me the inconsistencies of Djerf quality, though, when comparing something like this to that oat blazer that I showed earlier. Worn this a total of, I'd say, 3 times together as a set, and then the top maybe an additional 2 to 3 times on its own. Washed it once as instructed on the tags, and it is already pilling at the fabric and just like overall kind of falling apart. The top in particular has, loose threads around this stretchy band to hold it up all on the inside, and there are parts of it like right here that are just like completely separating. Can you see that line right here in the material? I don't know what that is from, but there's just like little fabric falling up all around it. And similarly on the skirt, I have this skirt here, which I don't even remember what this is called, and once again, I would like to forget how much I paid for it, because whatever it was too much. Something about the elastic used in this waistband and the way it was sewn down, it just does not lay on your body right. It kind of, you can see it like bunches up in certain areas and not in others. And also, I'm looking at the stitching right now, and as someone who sews on a machine, it is not straight or even. I've never been able to figure out if this skirt is meant to fit in a more high-waisted way or if it's supposed to be more low-waisted, and I just got the wrong size. Both ways though, it just kind of feels and hangs weird. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. Anything would look weird when I'm doing this, so it doesn't bother me as much when it's styled like this and the shirt is covering the waistband. It's when I wear something more cropped with it, there's something about this construction, and it feels there's plenty of room, so I don't know if it's a sizing thing. It's just, it's like, do you see that? It's something about the construction. It doesn't lay correctly, and it just really bothers me how it looks. Remember that whole made to last in your wardrobe talking point that I told you to put a pin in earlier? This is where I'm questioning that statement and how made to last in my wardrobe something can be if after just a couple of wears and one very delicate hand wash, it's already starting to fall apart. I do want to mention some of the current situation that's happening with Djerf. If you don't know, there's some accusations, online drama. Honestly, it would be far too long for me to explain in this video, so I want to direct you to one of my girls, Alexa Sunshine 83, just posted a video all about what's been happening with Djerf. If you want to check it out, it'll be linked in the description box. Okay, officially moving on to the next brand, which is Lisa Says God. Now, unlike Djerf, as well as all the other brands I'm actually going to talk about in this video, Lisa Says God not only sells its own line of branded Lisa Says God clothing, but it actually carries other companies' stuff as well, like Dames and Matter, Gani, Simon Miller, Agolde, etc. Because of the collection of brands that they sell on their site, I would say anything ranges from $40 to $340. Their personal brand is one of the more affordable lines available, but even then, I mean, we're not talking like Zara pricing, but that's because Lisa Says Ga is a sustainable, slow fashion company. So, founded in 2015 by Lisa Bueller. It seems like it might be German, which I am German, so that actually makes the fact that I can't pronounce this even more embarrassing, but the intention to create an anti-shop. There seems to be an overall big prioritization on producing with natural fabrics and reusing and recycling materials, including even their very own packaging that they ship to you with that is also recycled and recyclable. Also, their size range, much like Djerf Avenue, actually goes up to a 3XL, and overall there seems to be a pretty big emphasis on inclusion. If you scroll through their social media or their website, you will see models of all different skin colors and sizing and queer representation and identity, so a very like welcoming space that they're creating. I've made a couple purchases from them, some from their own Lisa Says Ga brand, and then some from the other random brands, some that I'm gonna show you, and some that have, yes, been resold. I have a hat that is, I mean, pretty explicitly from their own line. I don't know how much detail I can go into about a yellow hat that says Ga in some red writing on it, other than the fact that I think it's cute, and to all accounts I'm not a hat expert, but this one seems like a pretty good quality hat. I think it was like 30 bucks. This next item, however, was not $30, and it's not from their own brand, it's from Touch Clothing. It was hand knitted in like some mountain range somewhere. Handmade, super soft, great quality, super adorable, and everything that I have bought from them was super adorable and great quality, and if it ended up going on my Depop, it was more so the whole just not really my personal style thing anymore. So they got cute stuff that's good quality, it's sustainably made, they support small and diverse brands. What could my problem be with them? I think for a company that has this big emphasis on sustainable clothing, some of the ways in which they market and roll out new products feels a bit like a fast fashion company. The clothing is cute, right? I mean, how many times can I express just how cute their clothing is? But it does feel a little bit trendy, if not micro trendy sometimes, which I understand from a marketing perspective, and you're running this business and you want to give people a sustainable way to maybe participate in trends, but is participating in trends at all really the most sustainable way? I'd actually really love to know your thoughts on this topic in the comments down below. And regardless, I say all this, like, I still am a really big fan of Lisa Says Ga. I think their clothing is so, and their shoes and accessories, like everything on their website is so fucking cute. I definitely do see myself purchasing from them again. I can't lie to you and act like there haven't been multiple times this year where I wasn't loading up my cart because of all of the stuff that they have. I didn't actually click purchase because I'm trying to be more responsible with my money, which I wouldn't recommend that. It's terrible, but I would recommend Lisa Says Ga. So. Realisation Par. Ooh, baby, a brand that has, if you could believe it or not, drained my pockets of even more money than Djerf Avenue has. It's alarming. Honestly. If you followed me for a while, I'm sure this comes as absolutely no surprise. I mean, I honestly don't know if there is anyone out there who is more qualified to talk about Realisation Par than me. For those of you who might not know though, little summary time. So Realisation Par was launched in 2015 by who I believe are two Australian women, Teal Talbot and Alexandra Spencer. They were seeking to create individual pieces rather than collections that could provide a sort of special addition to your wardrobe and personal style. There's a responsibility tab on their website that as soon as you click on it, the first thing you see in big bold letters is "Our fashions are not fast." I would hope not, at least, considering their pricing is anywhere from an average of $70 to $370. Our designs are intended to be timeless and they aim to help reduce waste and limit overconsumption. We encourage our customers to care for their pieces. They will get years of enjoyment from them. A long-term investment, silk and cotton form the core of their collection. I have seen some discussions online, mainly on TikTok, of people who ordered from Realization Par and their package came directly from China, which I have had that experience as well, and some people questioning that. I did a little bit of digging into this, and mainly with the production of silk, which China does seem to be, actually it's the #1 producer in the entire world of silk. It's like a specialized sort of method and machines and equipment that you need to make it, and so it doesn't seem entirely crazy to me that that's where Realization, like majority of companies, it appears, would choose to produce there. But I do also understand like people's trepidations online. A lot of insinuations online that something sketchy might be going on under the surface, and also if these dresses are comparable to the straight up knockoffs, like copycat dresses that you can get from a site like DHgate, which, if you know, it's a site that like famously does not dupe. They copy, they steal other companies' designs and produce them for a cheaper price, and if that is just worth it because they also produce out of China, and so it's like, well, if you can just get the China DHgate one, then why would I get the, you know, one from Realization, the actual one that's also coming from China, you know? It's messy. Let's talk about the pros first, starting with their dresses, which I feel like is what they're really known for. All their different prints and silhouettes of dresses they have available are just gorgeous. So versatile in the sense that I can wear these to just numerous different events, whether I'm dressing it up or dressing it down. Also seasonally, I think that they work all year round, and my god, the way that they look on. See, this is how I like my fabric to move and feel when I'm wearing it. Probably my favorite of all of the Realization Par dresses that I own. It's been a go-to of mine for years now. It's just so fucking good. It's gorgeous, and I feel gorgeous every time I wear it. Okay, fine, twist my arm. I'll show you another one of their dresses on. There's just something that when I put one of these dresses on, I'm instantly like, confidence boost. And not like it matters, and you shouldn't base your opinions on the validation of other people, but I will say, whenever I wear one of these dresses out, I get a compliment on it. Without a doubt, people are always like, your dress is so beautiful, oh my god, and it's happened like over 30 times at this point, and I feel like as an investigative, very serious journalist, it would be irresponsible of me not to tell you. Oh, I didn't show you how any of the baby tees look. Let me do that right now. Got a few different options to choose from. Probably wouldn't wear it like this, but just so you can kind of get a gist, see it overall. Actually, it does look cute, styled like this. I don't hate that. The thing about their shirts though is they kind of look cute styled with anything. I just really like the fit and the silhouette of them and how, again, it hangs on the body. It's all about how things hang on the body at the end of the day. That's what I'm realizing as I get older, is that if it's not hanging right, I'm gonna have to pass. That's what she said. That's not funny. I'm 25. Similar sort of setup to the Djerf Avenue Angel. Realization Par has also chosen to rebrand their customer, but they call them their dream girl, which you can go on their Instagram and scroll and see all the reposts of just the everyday customer wearing her Realization. Very much that whole selling you on a lifestyle thing is happening here, and in this case actually being perpetuated by potentially some of your favorite Instagram it girls and even celebrities who have been seen in a Realization dress. I mean, my entire Pinterest board in 2015 when I was a junior in high school, it was just filled with photos of people wearing their printed wrap dresses that I could only dream about affording one day. And so, I mean, I guess you could say it was a form of healing my inner child when I eventually got my hands on one of those wrap dresses as an adult. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, it's not a shopping problem. It's therapy. All right, now let's talk about some of the cons, which, I mean, right off the bat, the sizing and the fact that they only go up to an XXL is gonna be top of the list. I follow multiple plus size creators who have spoken out saying that they would love to give Realization Par their money and buy one of their dresses, but they just don't make sizes big enough for them. And so I wanted to vocalize that sentiment that I've seen around. I myself have had some inconsistent sizing problems with them. I mean, I own one of their dresses in an extra small, which I am not typically an extra small, and I also have some of their stuff in a medium. It's always been a pretty seamless process for me to exchange anything that I need to for a different size, even though it is kind of annoying because it's all online, but I've never had a big problem with them communicating with me. I will say though, I have seen on their Instagram some comments under their post being like, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, can you please reply to me because it's been 2 weeks and I'm just trying to exchange my dress." The quality, which I will say myself, I personally have never had a bad experience, but I have seen different sentiments expressed online with some disappointment in the quality of their stuff. Speaking on their dresses and the silk crepe material that they're made out of, 90% of the styles I would say that they offer online are not lined. The other 10% are. They're sheer sometimes, and not in a way that is intentional, because they do have some styles that are like purposefully meant to be see-through, but others not so explicitly. I totally get how when you are buying a dress that is $180, not being able to see your underwear under it is like a pretty justified ask. I've owned a couple of styles from them that are lined, and majority of the stuff I've owned from them aren't, and I personally have only ever really had a problem if the material they were using was the color white. I just make sure that I wear skin-colored underwear with it, which they do suggest online. When all is said and done, would I purchase something from Realization Par again? I mean, this is hard. It's not like I currently have a dress that's been sitting in my cart on their site for months and I'm just waiting for them to have a 25% off sale so that I can finally click purchase because I think it would look really fucking good on me. Yeah, I would. Hot tip, by the way, if you are wanting to make a purchase from the Realization site, I have only ever done it when they're having one of these 25% off sales that they have, usually seasonally, and they announce them on their Instagram, which the 25%, let me tell you, makes a difference when it's like a $200 dress. Let's talk about Set Active, which, contrary to what you might believe based off of all of the items I own from them, I'm actually not the biggest fan of. But first, little summary. Okay, so Set Active, which has been seen on people like Hailey Bieber, Kaya Gerber, a reoccurring favorite of this channel, Devin Lee Carlson. It was launched in 2018 with the tagline, "A line of athleisure wear that can transition from workday to workout and everywhere in between." I remember finding out about Set through what seemed like everyone I followed on Instagram wearing their stuff pretty early on into their launch. Their stuff is super cute, and I mean, I myself have always had a bit of an affinity for a good matching ensemble, so although I don't wear athleisure wear on a daily basis, I personally would never be caught dead going to dinner wearing leggings or even like a lunch. I do work out on a regular basis because I am desperate for the endorphins, and so I figure if I'm going to work out, I might as well be wearing a cute set while doing it. I ordered from them for the first time in 2019, and I do remember being pleasantly surprised by the quality, especially for their price point, which ranges on average between $40 and $80. Not the cheapest by any means, but it did feel on par quality-wise with a Lululemon or an Alo Yoga. Since starting, Set has expanded past its initial matching leggings and sports bra and now makes sweats as well as accessories and all types of activewear, including like workout dresses and skirts, and all of it I like, and all of it is cute, which you might be like, okay, well, if it's cute and it's good quality and the price is decent enough, what's the issue? I want you to understand that I am being totally 100% serious when I say what I'm about to say, so just prepare yourself, okay? My issue with Set Active is the camel toes. I'm gonna explain, because I have tried a couple of different bottoms from Set, whether it was the leggings or the bike shorts, and they actually offer different materials that they make their activewear in. I think they have 4 right now, but I've only tried 2, and without fail, every time, it is like, it's not even a camel toe, you guys. I'm sorry, it's like straight moose knuckle up the cavern. There's no question of what anatomy I am working with. That is my vagina. There's something about you seeing me in athleisure wear that just feels so deeply personal. Like, this is me in my most vulnerable state. But you know what? I gotta do what I gotta do for the video. And for you, ultimately. I just threw on the matching leggings and sports bra set. Now, since it's in black, which is a color known to hide and camouflage a bit more, we're about to get really personal. Even more so than I already thought I was just wearing this on camera. And like, I don't know if you can see, but there is bunching. I don't know, but there's like, I have a full-on camel toe right now. Okay, like I might even blur it because I don't know if I want this out on the internet. All right, I threw on some bike shorts that I have from them that are in a bit more of a telling color. These are made in a thinner material than the leggings. They're also in a size bigger. The leggings were in a small and these are in a medium, but regardless, I'm still having this same problem. I've been wearing these for about 5 minutes and I just keep pulling them down, and I don't think that they're supposed to fit this way, but when I pull them up to where they're supposed to fit, I feel like I become a public safety hazard. It's not a problem when I'm standing with my legs open like this. It's just when I stand like a normal person or walk that things start going places that I don't want them to go. Material is going places I don't want it to be. I know that this is not just a me problem as well, because all of my friends who have tried set, as well as people online I've seen like starting to make TikToks about it. I even asked on my Instagram, like, have you guys experienced this? And people are like, oh yeah, Set Active is giving camel toe. Like, it's apparently, it's an epidemic. Oh, also their sizing, not to mention, it only goes up to an XL, which I was kind of shocked when I was scrolling online and I saw that, because their website and their social media seems to strive to be a more inclusive community. Like, there's all different people of color and body types that are being highlighted, yet the biggest size they have as an option is an extra large. I think their stuff kind of runs small as well. I had this hunch, and then I was asking my friends, like, is their stuff like really tight fitting? And they were like, yeah, it seems to run small. So on top of only offering an XL, their stuff also skews on the smaller size. Don't love that. Now look, as someone who has tried a lot of different activewear from a lot of different brands, I understand that there is, you know, certain bunching to be expected, all right? And I'm not ashamed or embarrassed of it, but I do think that the level at which Set's fabric bunches just it crosses over to where like I'm physically uncomfortable and I'm doing this the entire time I'm wearing it, and that's just not something that I want to be worried about when I'm already having to work out, all right? I'm already having to run so that my thoughts, all right, the anxiety, the depression doesn't take over, and then I gotta be worried about having a freaking moose nipple the whole time. I don't want to be doing it. Also, I don't really want to talk about female anatomy anymore on my channel, and so I think that kind of explains enough of that. With that though, it does kind of wrap up everything that I wanted to cover in this video. Should I just expose what everything I was actually working with while filming this portion? Oh, I'm taking a seat. I think I've earned it. All right, well, there you have it, a deep dive and some investigative journalism done by yours truly on some popular brands. I initially wanted to do like 6 more brands in this video, but I kind of underestimated what a deep dive into something entails, and this would have been like an hour long. So if you maybe want to see a part 2 or even a part 3, I could even do a series about this if you really want it, and like it, let me know in the comments, and let me know some brands that you would want me to cover. Again, I can't stress enough, just like with anything on my channel, these are just my opinions, right? Like, who really am I at the end of the day but a bit of a gossip and with a prone to shit talk. I'm gonna go now, just disappear into the back of my closet. Once again though, thank you for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed, and I will talk to you next time. Stay sexy. Bye.